was a slight delay there whilst they had the table re-levelled, just off a touch slightly, and then a lot of it was finger marks caused from the previous matches, which is why it's important to brush these tables, because they are napped. So if a finger mark gets into the cloth, it can cause the cue ball to change direction, or an object ball to change direction. Definitely when the ball's being slow rolled, it's not so much, or not so prevalent when it's being played at pace. But you don't see many balls hammered in at pace on these tables. So one each then, first to 6 in this semi-final. Played ideal shape on that red, but got a choice here of either dropping one into the right middle or into the left corner.
Thomas K. Julian Von Spendler.
To rescue it quite well, keeping the cue ball quite close control here. Probably fancy he's going to have to screw back and play the red to the bottom right corner here first, and leave the one to the top right. Play the black probably into the middle.
Laura Pierce, first takers, top table please.
Still leaves himself the option here. It's always good when you play position to try and give yourself an option. Who's always keen of him playing. Might have enough of an angle here to screw back off the side rail, play the black into the same corner pocket. No, he's opted for the middle, which is what I said originally. I think this from Craig Marsh's break as well. He's taken the clearance out. That's a good performance there. Richie Oliver then leading 2-1 now.
Showing settings and reviews. Showing settings and reviews to the 5.
Full frame then. It's Richie Oliver's break this time. Well, certainly moved the balls, but to come up dry, a little bit unlucky there, I think. Good opening pot there from Craig. He's screwed the cue ball back down to the ball cushion to leave himself an option on these yellows. Better position from Craig. It's having the table sorted has obviously helped his cause somewhat. In fairness, it was rolling off slightly, but a mixture of being slightly off on one of the legs and then the table needing a damn good brush, really. The other semi-final will be starting very shortly as well. Simon Ward, last year's champion, against Christian Phillips, who's certainly the man in form this weekend. Good to see the likes of Phillips, Ward and Marsh still in the tournament. As I said, I know very little about Richie Oliver. I'll be doing him an injustice there, which is not my intention. Very good at getting through small gaps there, Marshy, with the cue ball. Threading it through like a needle. Eight ball to the middle, no problem with that. And that's 2 apiece, and that's 2 racks in a row that have gone against the break. And both players on both occasions have actually cleared the table. So the standard improving with the levelling of the table. Makes 3 reds on that break, but could be forced into taking yellow here. No shot on a red apart from the one at the top cushion on the baulk cushion. Or was he just going to play? Yeah, he's played to roll up behind the red ball there, meaning that it's still open table.
Stay with Lord, yes, top table, please. No practicing on table 16, please. No practicing on table 16. Declan Callahan, top table, if you're here, please.
So it's Richie who's managed to get himself onto the reds, which was the easier of the 2 sets, simply because there's only 4 of them left on the table after Marshy's break. But needed to be off straight on this red ball if he was going to get onto the last one. That's the problem. Needed more of an angle, and he couldn't get onto the bottom cushion to play this red along the rail. And just checking to see if that ball was frozen, which Craig Marsh confirms that it isn't.
Laura Pierce is in the room, condition of the top table, please.
So Marshy just playing a nice safety on the last red, knowing that Richie has only got this 1 red, so it means it's slightly easier for Craig Marsh just to roll somewhere on the table and snooker him because of the number of yellow balls that are on the table. Unlucky not to make the hit there, so 2 visits, moves the white ball, and we'll develop this yellow away from the cushion. We should now, really, from this position here, An informed Craig Marsh would be taking these balls out with his eyes closed, I'd fancy. Well, maybe not with his eyes closed. It's what the Americans would call a roadmap finish, this one. This yellow will go, the one to the right of the black will go to the top right corner first. See Marshy just screwing down into the cue ball. Just a gentle little shot, didn't want to overhit that one because he'd have ended up snooking himself. Another little stun to get in behind the black, and this black ball will drop into the middle bag, and it will be Craig Marsh then taking a lead at 3-2. That's the first lead I think he's had yet. First lead Craig Marsh has had in this match, and also gets him to the halfway point in terms of the number of frames required. A good break again from Richie Oliver. Cue ball controlled quite nicely. It's run away from the centre of the table, but it stunned the white quite nicely. Again, though, no balls dropping.
The next match on table 6 is Nigel Brain, Wayne Williams. Nigel Brain, Wayne Williams, table number 6.
Couple of difficult reds here if he wants to take out the finish. The one on the right hand side rail. There's two on the right hand side rail actually. And the one right in the centre of the tail, just below the yellow and above the black. Looks like it will only go in the top right corner if you get ideal shape on it, unless he fancies taking this into the middle. The angle from here is a little bit deceiving. Yeah, you can see that does pass the yellow to the middle, so no hassle for him there. He's played perfect position. That's got rid of one of the trickier reds. He's a little bit straight here, I think. Wants to be just slightly off straight to give him better shape onto the red to left middle.
Next match on table number 2, Simon Ward, Christian Phillips. Simon Ward, Christian Phillips, table 2 is the semi-final of the Open. And best of 11.
Second semi-final of the Open, just about to start as well on the table behind this one. I don't think he's on this. Well, he certainly can see the red, but I don't think that he's on this to put it into the corner, or maybe he is. Is he going to prove me wrong? He's had to play with a little bit of side to make the angle. But 8 ball to the middle. And Marshy now leads 4-2 from 2-1 down. So we're in 3 frames on the bounce. Scratches on the break.
We have the final of the ladies' doubles. That's Claire Dempster and Kylie Thomas. We're playing Paige Rooney and Yvonne Spengler. Best of 5 ladies. Claire Dempster, Kylie Thomas, Paige Rooney and Yvonne Spengler. Ladies' doubles final, table 16. Just a general announcement. If you're going home today, you need to be vacating your caravans ASAP. If you're not going home, you need to let me know. But if you're intending to go home at any point today, you need to vacate your caravans ASAP.
Good reverse cut there into the right corner. Top performed very, very well, Richie Oliver, to reach this stage, as all these players have. Started with 213 players in the draw on Friday night.
Wayne Williams. Second ball for Wayne Williams, table number 6.
It's a good shot. Can he get position on the black? Just is it? I'm not even sure we can see this. Marshy could be coming back out of his chair very shortly. I'm saying that he can see it. Had to slash at that a little bit, play the kick off the rail. Holding his head in his hands now as he's come to sat down there, Richie Oliver. Knew that was a chance to get himself right back in the match, and it's going to be Craig Marsh with another routine finish you'd fancy from here. So 4 balls away then from reaching the hill at 5-2. First to 6 in this semi-final. It will also be first to 6 in the final as well, which comes up later today. All action today. It's all the finals, the team finals, the doubles finals, the singles finals, the men's event. We've got the open and the closed, actually. Lovely little shot there from Marshy to stun back out for the black to the same corner pocket, and it's now 5-2. And with Richie Oliver with all the work to do here. Led early doors. What's he going to get with his break this time? Cue ball runs away and it's dry once again. This is first chance for game, set and match for Craig Marsh. Those yellows, they look very, very much there for the taking. Delicate little roll into the right middle there for Marshy. Well, he's opted to take the one over the corner first. Just swings the cue ball back round. Didn't really want to be touching the red on the right-hand side, but table playing quite a bit of pace on these tables in this room. Play quite nicely. I know, because for once I actually played on one this weekend. I was one of the first round casualties though, sadly, and Marshy's just missed that. I'm not sure, he's not sure how he has gone and missed that, but he has. And a reprieve for Richie Oliver. Those reds as well, the two together on the left-hand side, look like they're a dead set plant. If you look at that, they are. And the ones over the right-hand side as well aren't too difficult to make. So one tricky ball is the one on the right-hand side, the one nearest to the right middle pocket, as we're looking now. Which looks a bit like it's touching the rail. So he plays for this plant to the corner. Tried to nudge that red off the rail there, but failed in doing so. Possibility of rolling this one down the rail now, because then he doesn't have to worry about making the ball. He can make the one over the pocket. Once again, you've got to pot the ball. That corner pocket, whether it's me or that seems to be playing a little bit tighter, that one. It's been left a very, very thin snick on this yellow to the left corner. Did mean that the cue ball would be running loose, and he needs a little bit of luck now. Does he fancy taking this into the same pocket? Does it actually go into the same pocket? And look on the other angle. Well, it's very tight. Very, very tight indeed. But it looks to me as if he's having a go. He's having a go at the double here. He's not got it. Had a go at the double. Runs the cue ball back off the rail. Red's corner doesn't need to do too much with the cue ball here, just not leave it on the rail, I fancy. And drop this black in. It's back to 5-3, so putting a little bit more pressure on Craig Marsh when you really feel he should have won frame a match at that visit. And it will be Craig's break in the next one. So can he get his break working finally in this frame? No. Yes, gets a red. Happy with that, made a ball.
Next match on table 11, Gary Williams, Steve Jackson. Gary Williams, Steve Jackson, table number 11.
It's gone in off though with the cue ball. Richie's mates over at the other side of the arena giving him a little bit of a G up.
The next match on table number 12, Casey Stebbins and Neil Williams. Casey Stebbins, Michelle, table 12.
Again, it looks like yellow to the balls of choice here. The red's tied up somewhat. Black not in an easy position though on the right-hand side rail, just above the reds. Just using the red to control the cue ball away from the yellow there, slow the ball down. The next match on table 14, Andy Kenny, Darren Hurdley. Andy Kenny, Darren Hurdley, table 14. Tried to develop the black there, and in doing so has actually tied it up, and I think he's tied up the yellow as well to the right middle. Had an opportunity to try and move it then, I think he did. This may still go to the right middle, this ball. Depends if it's actually touching that red. If it's touching the red, then he's got no chance of dropping it in.
Gino, top table, if you're in the room, Gino.
That's a good shot. Good shot. Couldn't play it into the middle. He's had to bank that. Or double it, sorry. What can he do with the black, though? Can he play the similar sort of shot on the black ball here? Do or die from here on in. This is a very good shot. So 5-4 then. 2 doubles to win the frame. And it's going to be his break in the next one for him to try and level it up.
5-11 additional balloon, top table please.
Legion Alex Goliath, top table, Legion Alex Goliath.
He's caught a good break there. Yellows, again, looking the colour of choice here. Only one difficult one, the one over the right-hand corner pocket.
Jeff or Andrew Jones in the room. Jeff or Andrew Jones, please.
That's one way of moving it. Great shot, again from Richie Oliver. He's pulled out 3 very good shots in the last 2 frames. That's also developed the black ball as well now.
The next match on table 10, we have Gino and Matthew Reid. Gino, Matt Reid, table number 10. Box is top back.
Obviously feels that this yellow goes. It's a tough one, I think. It's tight. I don't think it looks easy from here, to be fair. But it absolutely flew in, no hassles at all. He's got choice of pockets now for the black. It's either the top left corner or the left middle. If this was me, I'd be playing this into the top left corner. Oh, he's playing it into the middle there. I think that's why I was knocked out in the first round. He's got it. It's 5 apiece then, and these 2 go to a deciding frame. Wow. Final frame then. Will Marsh catch a decent break this time? No, he doesn't. It's gone in off. Richie Oliver is going to have 2 shots and a chance at stepping into the final.
Come on, Richie, play with it. Come on, Sam, take it out.
Looks like one decent shot has opened those balls up again. Richie Oliver's supporters, well, you can see them from the other camera angle just in the background, they're just stood behind the barrier.
Wayne Smith or Andrew Hughes, top table please. Wayne Smith or Andrew Hughes. And Darren Hurley or Zach Wilkinson. Darren Hurley or Zach Wilkinson, Wayne Smith, Andrew Hughes.
Fancy now that Craig Marsh needs a little bit of luck going his way if he's going to win this frame. And with it, the match. Don't know who the opponent's going to be in the final yet. Christian Phillips and Simon Ward doing battle behind this table on table number 2.
Second call for Gino on table 10. Gino, table 10.
Found the gap through for that one. Already on £250 for reaching this stage. Step up to a guarantee of 500 for reaching the final. And £1,000 to the winner of the Welsh Open this year.
DJ or Alex Goliath, please. DJ or Alex Goliath.
There's one difficult yellow I felt, and that was the one behind the black, but he's played this to play it into the middle. Hampered queuing. It's going to be queuing right over the top of one of the reds here. You do not want to impart anything on the cue ball. Okay, he doesn't have to do too much with the cue ball though, he can just kind of drop this ball dead as long as he rolls the yellow in. Oh, he's used the red ball to play it in. This is it then to put Richie Oliver into the final of the Welsh Open for 2011. Great performance, and it's Craig Marsh that's out, and a good performance there from Richie Oliver to come back from 5-2 down to win 6-5.